I'm Terry Koleth. I'm here today with Doug Heatherly of Royal Bonnet, and we're going to do another mini class from the Academy, Sky Talk. Thanks for joining me, Doug.
Absolutely.
Well, I have really enjoyed, and I think a lot of people have, the simple things you've taught us that enrich our lives when we go out and look at the sky. I'm thinking of, just like this, the way we can put our arms out and know the ecliptic.
Yeah.
And it was just sort of life-changing. I keep wanting to call it the equator, but it was really, it improved what I do in the sky. And you've got another simple kind of measurement for us today, haven't you?
Well, I hope so. There is a good object to look at in August. Fact is, about August 9th, if you're an early riser, okay, so just before sunrise, you can see the planet Mercury. Most of us have not seen Mercury because it is too close to the sun, so we obviously just don't look that close to the sun. But before sunrise, before the sun rises, about 7 degrees above the horizon, you'll see a very bright object, and it'll be the planet Mercury.
Amazing.
And one of the tricks of knowing distances, for example, 7 degrees, we all can kind of measure roughly when we're in the field. There's ways to measure. Your little pinky finger is about 1 degree at arm length. Okay? So if you look up, that transcends about 1 degree. 3 fingers is about 5 degrees. Okay? So 5 degrees, 6 degrees, 7 degrees is something like that. Okay? So if you kind of like this, so if you see it above the horizon, about this far, then you know you're looking probably at about the right area in the sky to see. So if it's 7 degrees above the horizon, it'll be a little bit above the 4 fingers probably. Okay.
Interesting.
And there's other measures that you can use as just rough field measurements. But a lot of times you're out looking and then somebody says, oh, it's about 10 degrees from the moon, or it's about 5 degrees from the moon, or something like that. And you're not quite sure how far that is. Well, this is an easy way for all of us to measure. And it's just a basic geometry of human beings. That's kind of what we all, regardless who we are, that's about what the measurement would be.
Like the stars you were telling us about, the different colored stars,
right.
We could tell how far they were if we
Yes.
had used that simple tool.
Sure.
So 3 fingers,
Sure.
5 degrees.
Yeah.
And before sunrise.
Before
How
yeah.
far before sunrise?
Actually about an hour and a half before sunrise, you'll be able to see Mercury. Of course, you can watch it up until the sun actually rises, but you have about an hour and a half time period. And so this is a good time to see a planet that we don't normally get to see visually.
And the sun will make it bright.
It'll be very bright. It'll be one of the brightest objects in the sky, actually.
So how soon can we start looking in case we have cloudy?
Well, it'll be around August 9th.
Okay.
Mercury has its name for a good reason. It moves rapidly.
So
it changes by August 10th and August 11th. It'll be moving on around the sun, so it'll be closer to the sun. Okay. And the closer it gets to the sun, the harder it is for us to visually observe it, obviously.
Super. Well, that's worth getting up for.
Well, if we're an early riser, it certainly is,
Yeah.
and that is one that's different. But you always find the Mercury will be kind of in the northeast sky, so east, maybe just a little bit north of east, is where you'll see it rising. So
right.
kind of over Fort Myers.
So start looking at where the sun rises, and then
That's great. It'll be near the sun. That's exactly right.
So tell us a little bit about Mercury.
Mercury, closest planet to the sun. What we know is that it's very rocky surface, and the hot side is obviously hot, but the dark side is cold because there's no atmosphere to transfer the heat. So it's a fascinating cratered planet is what we've seen, and obviously it moves just by the name. I mean, but it's closest planet, so its orbit is fast. But if it's close to the sun, so you can only see it right after sunset or right before sunrise. And so there's just a short window of time, and the planet moves so rapidly, there's only a few days of the month that you can actually see it.
Super. So get ready. Look at where the sun's going to rise in the morning. Practice your 5 degrees, and then put the horizon
Yeah.
between Mercury. Put your degrees between the horizon and Mercury. Worth getting up for. Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.